Hi beautiful people, how you guys doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good everything. All right, it's actually a very sad one, but what can we do? We have to talk about it so that some people can at least learn from this if they would want to, right? So the first picture you saw was actually the picture of Christabel. I don't know if you will remember the big Port Harcourt influencer who died last year after her BBL. All right, she died a few days after. She started bleeding, and out of negligence, she was gone. All right, and that case is done, is buried. Nobody's talking about it. That doesn't mean that people have not also been going for BBL. But just few days ago, as you can see beside the picture of a very young girl, 20 years at that, her name is said to be Destiny, aka Jojo. It was gathered that she allegedly died after a Brazilian butt lift BBL procedure in Lagos. According to multiple sources, Destiny had on Tuesday, March 7th, visited an institution to get the procedure done, but has started suffering a breathing problem during the process, and she was reportedly rushed to the specialist hospital where she passed on. And as we speak, she's gone. They buried her and all that. But that's just by the way. We want to look at this BBL and how it all started and where the craze is coming from, right? So the fat grafting to the buttocks, because that's what they do, all right, what we call the modern day Brazilian butt lift, gained widespread practice in the 1980s, according to my research. All right, this practice, this came about by one Dr. Pitangai. All right, Dr. Pitangai, a Brazilian guy. He published it on his research on aesthetic surgery. He was an aesthetic surgeon at the time. He published it about the gluteal region in 1971. So it first started with breast implants. However, it became very popular in the 90s, and by the year 2000, the procedure was relatively uncommon. Celebrities like Kim Kardashian, Nicki Minaj, Jennifer Lopez, Cardi B, so many of them were at the forefront. All right, that was before our Nigerian sisters joined, and since then, it's like if you want to be the Lagos big girl, if you want to be a happening babe, if you want to know what is happening, you have to be part and parcel of this. Remember, was it in 2020 or was it in 2021? I can't remember exactly now. Nengi, the ex-BBN contestant, you remember when she, boldly said that she did a BBL because she had body insecurities. She wanted to be looking a certain way when she dresses, and she had so much fat in her stomach, and she, decided to go for it. The likes of Toki Makenwa, who also said almost a similar thing. The likes of Messi Eke, who also is not hiding her. As you can see, the way they do the thing, it becomes so curvaceous. The stomach will be very flat because the fat in the stomach had been removed and used on the butt. All right, but the thing is, there's something very sinister about this whole thing. When I was reading my research, I actually was curious about the hospital, and I don't know whether, I'm just saying it's like, that's what people are also saying, it's still the same hospital that did that of Christabel, that also did that of Destiny. All right, so the problem is this. Don't think that because people are dying, people will stop going. No, people will keep going, because that's what is in vogue. That's what makes them that's what makes them attractive. That's where they get their satisfaction from, despite the fact that it's very risky, it is very dangerous, and it's also very painful. In fact, one of the, should we call her our auntie, our Lagos madam, or whatever they call her, but risky, came out advising people against this, saying that she had a very terrible experience, and in fact it was so bad that she couldn't go back for the second and the third one, because that she saw heaven and hell, whatever it meant. That was what she said. All right. So the heartbreaking news is such that sometimes I will just ask myself, like, what exactly will make somebody want to change your body, want to become like every other, especially when you're an African woman who has been endowed with a very curvaceous body. Even if this thing is not what is it called, is not big, you're just naturally curvaceous because you are an African woman. All right. So people have been asking questions. What could make women always wanting to go for this? Is it that is a mark of colonization, because we saw that people in the West are doing it, and so let's go for it? Or is it because we are just insecure? Okay, it's because we're insecure. Is it that we're insecure and we want to change everything, want to become like, what we imagine? Some say it's all about insecurities. Some say it's about dissatisfaction with self and the fetishization of a perfect body that drive women to perform BBL. Okay, so some say it is about your mindset. All right, there's a whole lot of things have been. If you go on Twitter, people are saying a whole lot of things. Go to Instagram, Facebook. A lot of people have been saying different things about what they think could make people. And when we talk about this thing, it's not a penny. It's not 1 naira. It is big money. Okay, it was from Christabel's friends that we got to know that it was close to 3-point-something million. And I'm sure that's not all, because there has to be some maintenance during healing, or even after the healing process. You're through with that. So I don't know what you think. I want you to go to the comment section. Tell me what you actually think. Do you think this is worth it? Do you think we can risk our lives to go under the knife just to have the perfect body shape that we want? Do you think it's about insecurity? Do you think about these influencers, like the ones that you're seeing on the screen, like the ones I just mentioned, the Minaj of the world, the Kim Kardashian, so many of them? Do you think they're the ones, because they're called influencers, does it mean that whatever they do is good and we should keep doing it? Okay, there are several other persons I didn't mention their names, because they are not part of those people that came out boldly to actually say, yes, I did it and I'm proud of it. These are the ones who talked about it and they're not ashamed to say, I did a butt lift. All right. So I don't know what you think. Just go to the comment section and tell me if you think is worth, going, risking your life out there. Like, go and tell yourself, because I was listening to Bob Risky where he said they will have to give you a pay. Of course, for you to go for every surgery, you will have to sign, because it's a 50-50 thing. All right. So if you come out, we thank God. If you don't come out, that becomes your faith. All right. So, but the rate at which it's going, and this guy is just 20 years, for crying out loud. 20 years. And one would ask, what exactly was she looking for? What was it that she wanted to achieve? What was it that was making her feel insecure? Yes, if you see where her friend was hugging her, yes, she actually she's not so curvaceous. But you cannot say that as you grow, the curves will not start coming out. Some people, as kids, as even teenagers, they didn't know they were going to be very curvy until they got to a certain age and they became very curvaceous. Please go to the comment section and let me drop your thoughts there. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about this thing and let's help ourselves. Let's talk to our fellow women that everything on social media is not true. It's not the way it is. People don't tell you everything you need to know. They show you the glamour, they show you the glaze, they show you the beautiful parts. They don't show you the other side of it. And so stop being that person that want to imitate them, that want to be like them, that want to do the things they are doing. It's not worth the risk. Today we are talking about these two persons in the past, and these are just people who probably, for Destiny, her friends, came online to talk about it. For Christabel, it was also her friends, and because she was a big influencer in Port Harcourt. Just for the records, the hospital hurriedly jumped out to clear their name that it was not out of negligence and the rest. I don't want to bore you with all the things they said. The volume was good. In fact, they were almost pushing the whole thing back to the deceased by saying that she had a history of having traveled to Cyprus and came back into the country, and it could have been as a result of COVID. And you can just imagine that most of these people are doctors, but they are just more like traders. Let me not even call them businessmen, because that would be too. They're more like traders. Like, they are interested in what they gain, what they can do, but they're not interested in the person's welfare. Someone just died and you're being so insensitive to her, run out because you want to clear your name. It was not out of negligence, it was not this, it was not that, and at the end of the day you said it could have been because she had a travel history. That means she contacted COVID, and maybe COVID would have done that. Anyways, we're going to end this video here. I want to please, if you've been watching and you got to this point, please don't fail to support me, subscribe to this channel. Let's grow this channel together, and you wouldn't regret it. All right, have a beautiful day. Bye for now.